The Pegasus book by Laurent Richard and Sandrine Rigaud exposes the power of Pegasus, a sophisticated cyber surveillance software developed and sold by Israeli company NSO. This software can gain complete access to your phone, enabling anyone to read your messages, view your pictures, and even secretly turn on your camera and microphone. The book recounts the massive data leak to a small independent news outlet that triggered a global and months-long investigation by a team of journalists. It delves into how Pegasus was developed and sold to governments, organizations, and individuals around the world, and how hundreds of innocent individuals have had their privacy taken away by this insidious software. Laurent Richard and Sandrine Rigaud, both journalists and co-founders of Forbidden Stories, were part of the team of reporters and editors who risked everything to bring the story to light. They reveal the behind-the-scenes details of how the investigation started and how they went about shining a light on one of the greatest cyber surveillance threats in history. In a world where smartphones are an extension of our minds and store our most private and intimate conversations, Pegasus represents a significant threat to our digital privacy. The Pegasus book is a must-read for anyone concerned about protecting their digital privacy and understanding the dangers of cyber surveillance. Idea 1. Uncovering the Pegasus Project. In 2020, a team of investigative journalists from the French journalism network Forbidden Stories were handed a leaked list of 50,000 private phone numbers that had potentially been targeted by the cyber surveillance program, Pegasus. This software, developed by the Israeli company NSO, was believed to be licensed only to government agencies for the purpose of fighting crime and terrorism. However, upon analyzing the list, the journalists discovered a much darker truth. Many of the phone numbers being targeted belonged to innocent individuals, including government officials, academics, human rights activists, political dissidents, and journalists. The very nature of free speech and democracy were under attack. One name that stood out on a series of numbers selected by a Moroccan client was French President Emmanuel Macron. The implications of this were staggering, and the journalists knew they had to bring this story to the public. Their mission was difficult: to turn the information on the list into hard evidence while remaining hidden from one of the largest cybersecurity companies in the world and their powerful clients. Through their work, they were able to uncover the insidious nature of Pegasus and its impact on privacy and democracy worldwide. Idea 2. Investigating the Pegasus spyware, verification and collaboration. The investigative journalists from Forbidden Stories and tech experts from Amnesty International Security Lab faced a daunting challenge when they received a leaked list of 50,000 private phone numbers targeted by the state-of-the-art cyber surveillance program, Pegasus. To turn the information on the list into hard evidence, they had to independently verify that those numbers had been targeted for Pegasus infection. To ensure the element of surprise wasn't lost, they kept the information within small circles at first, but eventually expanded to reach out to journalists in other countries. The tech experts developed secure, encrypted communication and a forensics tool, which could scrape someone's phone for evidence of Pegasus. The journalists had to convince one of the 50,000 targets to volunteer their private phone for testing, and the first volunteer was Jorge Carrasco, director of Mexican investigative publication Proceso. Through analyzing the data on Jorge's phone, the investigative journalists validated the authenticity of the leaked data and the effectiveness of their forensic tools. This was the first step in a long journey of investigating the Pegasus spyware, requiring verification and collaboration with journalists around the world. Idea 3. The importance of collaborating with global partners in investigative journalism. Investigative journalism can be a daunting task, especially when it involves sensitive and potentially dangerous subjects like state-sponsored hacking. The Pegasus Project, a global investigation into the misuse of the Pegasus spyware, is a prime example of how journalists from around the world can come together to uncover and report on a major story. Laurent and Sandrine, the project leaders, knew from the outset that they needed partners around the world to successfully investigate the data and corroborate evidence. The project relied on the expertise and resources of journalists from Europe, the United States, and other countries. By enlisting the help of journalists from the Washington Post and other major media outlets, the project was able to reach a wider audience and provide a more complete picture of the misuse of Pegasus. The Pegasus Project highlights the importance of secure communication and collaboration between journalists across borders. The team had to develop secure communication methods to protect sensitive information and prevent leaks. In addition, they had to coordinate their efforts to publish the findings at the same time to avoid tipping off their targets. The project also demonstrates the importance of double-checking facts and presenting evidence-based claims. The project team was careful not to make any unsubstantiated claims, and all articles were checked and rechecked to ensure accuracy. Overall, the Pegasus project serves as a model for global investigative journalism, demonstrating the importance of collaboration, secure communication, and fact-based reporting. Summary: the publication of the Pegasus project was met with significant backlash, legal threats, and denials from NSO, the company behind the Pegasus spyware. The Moroccan government attempted to sue the journalists involved, while the French government demanded the source be revealed. Despite the pressure, the journalists remained committed to journalistic ethics and protecting their source. NSO initially denied the allegations, claiming the importance of their software for fighting crime, but eventually refused to talk to the media. As a result of the project, sales of Pegasus dropped, and it became apparent that the company was not going to recover. The Pegasus project serves as a reminder of the importance of being vigilant about cyber surveillance and invasions of privacy. The hard work of journalists like Laurent Richard and Sandrine Rigaud will continue to bring threats to privacy, dignity, and democracy to the public light. Now, thank you for taking the time to watch, and if you found value in this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And in case you want to buy the book, use the link in the description. Trust me, you won't regret it.